MMC Modular Limited is an off-site building construction company. We manufacture bathroom pods, insulated 2D panels and 3D volumetric modular buildings.
My name is Sean Downey. I'm Director of Specialist Contracting in the Construction Industry Federation. I'm also the Secretary of our Policy Committee, which looks after Construction 4.0 matters, including digital transformation of the sector, modern methods of construction and the introduction of research, development and innovation into the sector.
So the construction industry is modernising, and one of the main areas in which you see the modernisation is in off-site construction, and we work across many sectors in the industry. MMC, or Modern Methods of Construction, it's a new approach to how buildings are being constructed. The construction sector has needed modernisation for quite some time now.
In principle, for me, it really describes one single term, which is the future methods of delivering construction in a much more efficient and productive way.
Modern methods of construction, a lot of it is bringing construction off-site, bringing it into a manufacturing factory environment. This allows for improved efficiencies, improved quality control, reduced waste of materials. It is the direction that the construction industry is moving in.
Moving right up from component to product to system, then into 2D and full 3D volumetric building. So that really is the best way to describe it, and also I suppose describes the 7 different strands of MMC as well.
What are the 7 categories? There's category 1, which is pre-manufacturing 3D primary structural systems. These are your volumetric 3D modular buildings. Category 2 is pre-manufacturing 2D primary structural systems. These are your prefabricated precast concrete frames. Category 3 is pre-manufacturing non-systemised structural components. These would be things such as precast concrete stairs. Category 4, pre-manufacturing additive manufacturing or 3D printing. Concrete 3D printing falls into this category. Category 5, which is pre-manufacturing non-structural assemblies and sub-assemblies. These are pods or pre-manufactured M&E risers. Category 6 are traditional building product-led site labour reduction and productivity improvements. These are things such as exoskeletons that allow workers to be able to carry greater loads than they would previously be able to carry, and in a safer manner. And then category 7 is site process-led labour reduction productivity improvements.
There can be a very naive consideration where people feel that just because we're going to go into an off-site factory that it's going to be cheaper. I would say at the moment that off-site manufacturing is probably more expensive, but the biggest benefit is the fact that we can lock down our resources, we can lock down the supply chain.
You've a lot more consistency in a factory environment. It's a controlled environment. We're not affected by adverse weather conditions. Employee retention is much higher in an off-site construction than it is in traditional construction. I think MMC will greatly help on the quality of building products. Modern methods of construction, and particularly off-site manufacturing, will greatly improve the quality of our buildings, and that's very important when you start looking at things like air tightness and thermal modelling. Our buildings will be much more accurate to what is on paper going forward.
MMC has the potential to allow us certainty of delivery. When we know what we want, when we design it, when we make decisions about material choices, when we give the off-site manufacturing team the ability to press the button and go ahead, then we've certainty of delivery.
Off-site manufacturing allows you to be manufacturing your modules or your podded rooms in the factory at the same time that the site work is continuing on site. It means you get to your delivered project a lot sooner, as it's a dual track approach. You can achieve greater efficiencies as well in the factories when it's systemised and consistent designs running through the floor.
That factory will have a huge amount of control over its labour inputs, that they can adjust their shift patterns. I believe we've been using MMC for some time. The most commonly used is definitely 2D. I mean, we've been using timber frame for a long time, which is effectively a 2D panelised system. That's evolved into a full envelope system, so we've even seen an evolution of timber frame.
Yeah, so automation and robotics are set to become a lot more prevalent within the off-site manufacturing industry and in modern methods of construction. These will greatly improve the productivity, efficiency and quality that can be achieved in factory production.